Welcome to Ballerz World Overtime. I'm here with Schea Cotton, the Lebron before Lebron. Let's start talking about your life. The people got to hear a little bit of it on the radio show, but what was it like growing up in the 90s in LA?
In the 90s in LA, very challenging time. A huge gang epidemic, a lot of drugs, a lot of things that could stifle me from my goals, my dreams, but was able to overcome it through basketball and a tight-knit family, and my faith, and a good supporting cast of friends.
You're 15, 16 years old. You have, I'm sure, agents talking in your ear, people coming on the streets talking to you. How do you kind of navigate that, the ecosystem? How do you do that?
I think that's the toughest thing to navigate. As a kid, as an amateur, dealing with this business and the grown-ups in it that approach you, whether it's agents, handlers, women and parasites and stuff like that. I just stayed close to my foundation, my parents. I talked to them a lot. I had an older brother that played as well. And I relied on that because I knew that's something that I could count on.
Yeah.
Everything in the street was, unpredictable.
Was there one thing your parents said to you when you were younger growing up that really stuck with you to make you stay in your roots?
Well, there was a couple things that was said. One of them was you treat the janitor like the president, so you give everybody the same treatment. You treat them the right way, no matter what walk of life they come from, and you're only as good as your last game.
We talked a little bit in the radio show about, things kind of unfolded for you. You ended up playing overseas. What was that experience like when you didn't get drafted and you made that decision to overseas? What did you learn from that?
First, not getting drafted was probably one of the hardest parts of my life, besides my father passing in the last few years. I broke down, cried, had that emotional breakdown, obviously, when I didn't get picked up. And I started reevaluating my goals and decided to go play internationally in Europe, in Yugoslavia at that time, KK Partizan. It was a great experience. But my travels internationally helped me grow a lot as a man and prepare me for life today. And I think I wouldn't maybe be here today, the person that I am, without those experiences. So it's something to be said for that. I learned more off the court traveling than I did playing.
Isn't it crazy how little things like that it's the little thing, if you would have, you would have been drafted or something, your life would have been so different, but you were able to learn so much from going overseas and it's like when you meet someone, you're if you weren't at the same coffee shop at the same time, your life would have been, completely different.
Exactly.
So it's kind of cool to see that. So let's talk about, you have a documentary coming out.
Yes.
Man-Child. What inspired that? Besides your life.
Yeah, well, what inspired Man-Child, I would say, was probably more of the adversity that I faced, considering that I was a can't-miss prospect to be a first-round pick in the NBA and a future superstar and a multi-millionaire, blah, blah, blah. And it didn't work out that way at all. And I wanted to bring people into who Schea really is. I think people know me as a basketball player, and they don't see the business mind. They don't see my creativity and all the other gifts. And now I think I'm given an opportunity, piece by piece, for people to see some other sides of me besides what they saw on the floor when I played.
Is there one thing in particular that you really want the viewers to get from this documentary? What message would you want them to hear?
I think, in a nutshell, this is bigger than basketball. It's a humanitarian story, and I want people to understand that, I was the number one player in the country in 1995. There's only one every year, so I didn't know who to turn to, and if this could happen to me, it could happen to anyone. That needs to resonate with the kids and the parents to understand that the business of the sport early on, it could change your kid forever, good, bad, or indifferent. But if you don't take the education and utilize it, your kid could be a statistic and maybe not bounce back from it like I did.
You talked about how you didn't know who to turn to. Was there a person or maybe an event that happened that you really kind of turned to and realized, you know what, this happened to me, I'm going to try to make it into something positive? Is there something in particular you can maybe point out?
I think when I had tore my shoulder my junior year in high school, I was a McDonald's All-American, and I wasn't able to play in the game because I was injured. And when I realized that somebody replaced me that was injured as well, it made me feel like they didn't want me.
Yeah.
It drove me to a different level. And I think today everything I do is to prove myself, no matter what level I ascend to. It's constant, the hunger every day. And I think if you can possess that, you can master that. That's special because it's hard to do.
All right, now let's talk about your AAU coaching. let's talk about your team, how you kind of form them. I know you're going Portland,
Right.
you're going Oregon, you're going Seattle, California.
Mhm.
Like, let's talk about that. Your face always lights up. You talk about your AAU kids, and I just see it on your face. You just get this smile. You gotta tell me about it.
I just get a chance to relive it all over again. You know, my AAU team is like my baby. I mean, we handpicked all our kids. We have kids out of Oregon, like you said, Washington as well, and connected to California. And I wanted to present an opportunity that I feel like I didn't have, and I feel like we're managing and we're doing well with it. Our team is ranked 14th in the country right now. We're just getting started. We're just scratching the surface, and I think there's a lot that the kids can learn through my story as well as my team itself. But, you know, for other people to see how we move our AAU team compared to other teams, we're a family. You know, there's no one player bigger than the next. And the fact that we have a code of conduct policy as well as a GPA requirement says a lot about how we operate.
Is there a lesson you could give to, you know, your younger self that you learned along the way, but if you could tell your 15, 16-year-old self something, what would that be?
You know what? I often think about what I would do to change. I wouldn't really do anything to change. I would just say that I gave up my childhood, and I think I'm still a kid inside as an adult, so I try to like pull.
We see that when you talk about AAU team. You know,
yeah.
do you? Side note: do you get out there and bowl with them? We gotta know.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
kids,
Okay.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
gotta know. We gotta
I play
know.
with my
If you ball,
team. Nobody
if you
else
ball
with
with
my
them.
team. For sure. But you know, for me, it's just this is a passion of mine. Like I'm in the business of service now, so the better my team does, the better we do as a whole, our brand and the whole deal. But I want to make sure all of our kids on our team go Division I. That's my goal. When it comes to college, I want them to have the grades and the ability to demand the scholarship of their choice, not the school, the player's choice, but a Division I. All 11 of our players. Yeah.
Last question. If you could, you know, give a message, and we're going to talk about your foundation. What is, you know, you have this foundation, you're growing it. Is there a message that you kind of tied in with the foundation? Is there something that you want people to know about your foundation? Kind of just like talk about it, you know, the story behind it and what you want to do to maybe help kids and things like that.
Okay. Well, the foundation is Man Child Elite Corp, and my motto, basically, we shortened it up, is Believe. We have it here on our shooting shirt. This is my team hoodie.
But
This is how
right
they
down
come
a little
out.
bit, make sure we get that.
Yeah, this is how
All
they
right,
come out
this
for
is what we
warm-ups.
got.
Yeah, it gets real intense. It can
Wait,
be
where can
intimidating.
I cop one? Like, can I be an honorary member of this?
Yeah, we're gonna have them for sale here soon.
Yes.
But I'm gonna look out for you. So
Okay, thank you.
So for our team in the foundation, the goal is basically no kid left behind. But my motto is believe in yourself when no one else does. So through that, we want to make sure that we give them academic opportunities, whether it's tutoring, you know, a computer lab where they can do work, health and wellness, so they know about, you know, their health and their training as well as their conditioning. And, you know, the nutrition component is important, because if I'm not eating right, I don't have the energy, you know, or the fuel mentally to, you know, to excel in the classroom. So that's stuff that I didn't know about when I was a kid that we want to pass down to them. And we want to implement our transportation and, you know, obviously the athletic component, and bring everything under one roof. So that's kind of what we're looking for now, our funding and sponsorship to make that possible.
I think you're doing incredible things.
Thank
you know,
you.
I've known you. We've been known each other like an hour and a half, and I just want you to know, like, you've touched my life through what I've gone through, and
Thank you.
I really, you know, I think we have a friendship that is like we're stuck now. Like, you're stuck
That's
with
right.
me now.
That's
I'm just
right.
letting you know,
That's
like,
right. I'm gonna track you.
like,
Track you.
you're gonna teach me some basketball
Yep.
skills, so
Yep.
I can say I actually know what I'm doing. It's a 5th grade basketball champ, like some YMCA, you know, club.
Well, she beat me in the shooting game.
But
so
I
it's all
did beat
good.
him in pop shot, so everyone knows. Look out for that on Ballerz World Overtime. There was a solid 15 point. I beat him.
Yeah,
I
she
handed
beat
it
me.
to him.
Yep.
So
I'll take my losses.
he takes his L. He might have been nice, but you know, hey. But thank you, Schea.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. I'm Alexis Williams. Thank you for watching Ballerz World Overtime.